Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and yeah, more blueprints because this game is breaking my brain and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm, 5.5 hours in, and I still don't fully understand the concepts. Let's continue with day 7. The birds are in the same position. The chairs are in the same position. So the artwork was the Ace of Spades, the Queen of Diamonds. It was just the Ace of Spades and the Queen of Diamonds. It was the clock and then this painting, which doesn't match the art style of anything else. Parlor, corridor, storeroom. Let's hit the corridor. Hey, Keys. Hi, Butterfly. So this is, let's go back to art positions and see if they line up. Because this is rank 1, column 2. And I've got the crowbar and the praying hands. I might put a 7 prefix on these because this is day 7. If I do the parlor here, that will allow me to move up, but the bedroom might be good. I might do the parlor and get the logic puzzle. Anything else in the room? Yes, the car keys. That's potentially good. So, the statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replaced the word every, oh good God, with the word this. Every box is black. Every box contains gems. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true. So this is false. This is false. And the statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. But this box contains gems could be true. This box is black couldn't be. Now, one of them must be false, and this is false. But if this is false, the statement on this must be true. No, this doesn't. Hang on, doesn't this have multiple solutions? Every box is black or this box is black. This is always false. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. Now, if this was false, if I said that this was false, one of them has to be true. If I said that this was false, this would also be false, and I'd have 3 false. So these must both be true, and this is where the gems must be. That's brutal. I'm sorry, Butterfly. And the artwork in this room, so this is, yeah, yes, this is the same. Row 1, column 1 is the creme brulee and the rolling hills. So this was the same. 6 and 7. So I'm about to go to rank 2, column 1. If this has the biplane and the blueprint, this could hold true. Now I have enough gems to unlock security, but that might be too close. So I might pick the pantry. But there's no art in here, so I can't hold this one to task. So this is going to take me to rank 2, column 2, which I didn't have art in before. The reading nook is not good. I may need to do security, which is not what I wanted, but I think it's my only choice. I don't have... I was wondering if I had the magnifying glass, whether I could read that. So, rank 2, column 2. So this was 6. 7 is the spiral stairs. And 4 stars. Now, there's nothing I haven't found, I doubt. Yeah. And these are always the same. You've got the library, the music room. I don't know what the second one is there. Vault, which I've never seen. That's the nook. It's one of the corridors. It's the storeroom. That's the spare room. That's the closet, I think it is. Walk-in closet. Haven't seen the office yet. Is that the no, that's not the dining room. That's sort of some sort of museum or something. As is that, which I haven't seen. This is not great. The kitchen will get me back to the entrance hall. I might draft the observatory, which increases my stars to 6. Now, the stars at 6... if I trigger it, it's rooms with 4 corridors more likely today. So I might give that a try. Oh, I don't know what 6 is. Ooh. I get... Oh, that's cool. I'm actually going to go back to the main hallway. I'm going to burn some steps. Except I don't think I can open them. They're locked. I'm just going to do the bedroom, get some steps back. So I miscalculated that. So this is rank 1, column 4. And it's got the tree and the safety pin. And this is going to take me to rank 2, column 4. So if it's got the grandfather clock and the lock in this room. So let's take the den. No, it's different. Oh no, this is rank 2, column 4. I'd not done that before. Oh, so that was rank 1, column 4 that I did, which was the tree and the safety pin, and now it's the bath and the bat. Don't forget the gem, and look around for something else. See if there's anything else in the room. Yeah, I feel like some of this stuff should be unlockable, but there's another trunk which is locked. I need the sledgehammer like mad. Well, if I pick up the reading nook, that will take me... Gets me a key. And this is rank 2, column 5, which I've not had before. And it's got the mine car and the car. And the closet might be useful at this point. I forgot the library would only come from there, so I may have made a mistake there. And row 1, column 5 now did have 2 pieces of art. Which was the deer and the number 10 dog tag. Now I want to go north from the den. I'm going to go into the drawing room. The metal detector's not firing off. So the drawing room is rank 3, column 4. Last time it was the grandfather clock and the lock, and this time it's the grandfather clock and the lock. So this has been the same twice now. And if I take this door, this is one I don't know. I'm going to try the patio. And get a gem below. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Great. Can I has a shovel, please? and there's no art on the patio for me to confirm. Now this is going to take me into 4-5, which last time was the rolling hills and the ampersand. I'm going to try the nursery. Rolling hills, ampersand. This is holding true. And I don't think I have been into the nursery before. Now this is going to give me some re-rolls, so that's good. And this is the Book of the Red. So I do have this. I should note I'm not going to read through it again, but I am going to note in this the Red Prince book, stream 3 at 16:30. Actually, I'm going to read through it. By Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The red prince had a love for all things red. It is the only true colour, the prince often said. Flag, stop sign, okay. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white or the swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had, the one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was a story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you my reader might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. So, you notice the images, some of them reflect locations. Like that might be one of the bedrooms, that could be one of the bathrooms. Definitely worth noting. Okay, so now I go back to the drawing room. Where I can draw a room for him here. And I draft the billiard room. Now this is going to be 4-4. Last time 4-4 is not one I visited. But this time it's got the match and the tree. A single coin. Were they on the bar last time? I swear there's another puzzle here and I don't understand what it is. Okay. Let's just do the thing. 7. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. 18 divided by 2 divided by 3 is 3. Okay. So 1 plus 19 is 20, minus 6 is 14, times 2 is 28, divided by 7 is 4. All that for one key? Oh, the silver key. Now this is going to lead to 4-3, which I also don't have from last time. I think I want the hallway for this, so I have a chance of moving on. There's something else here. It's 1 coin. So let's go this way. Let's just use a normal key. So the boudoir is going to let me double back a little, and I might try that. Which gets me 5 more steps. And I forgot to check the art in the previous room. I'll try and remember when I go back through, but it seems to be the theatre and like a thistle. So I'm going to put 7 theatre, question mark, 7 thistle, question mark. Now in this room, this is column 2. So overcoat and the cot bed. Cot bed, overcoat. This is holding true. The art has been the same every time. Was this here last time? Now the safe combination I was given as wrong was 9083. But there was a shield with a combination which is 1213. I'm pretty certain 9083 is not it. Syncoco. So what I want to note is in the boudoir, safe in wall behind mirror. How did I miss that every time last time? Because there was a clue to the safe being here, right here. Am I that obtuse? And the safe is a Syncoco safe. That is definitely the safe, but I don't know that I'm getting a hint as to what the combination might be. At least not from this room. So this is going to take me to 3-2. And rank 3 column 2 is not one I've been to before. I might just take the storeroom and get some supplies. Because if I ever go back through the observatory, I can fill the gap from there. If I take the chapel, the kitchen will link me the wrong way. So I might take the storeroom. Now the art in here is the, what was I calling it? It was the high tea plate. And I thought there was another piece of art apart from the main one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. I thought there was another one. Maybe not. It is just the tie. Okay, if I go back through the pantry, I will check. But I thought I looked last time and I was wrong, but you have the ability to rewind and I don't want to rewind the stream while I'm playing. Not that I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just... And I seem to be a little bit more step-starved this game. So yeah, this was... Like, it's not a tree. I'm going to call it flower rather than thistle. So it's flower. And that's the theatre. Yeah, it is the theatre. Now, we're going to go into 5-3, which should be the tiger and the high tea platter. I'm going to use the silver key. No! I want the dark room because I want to scan the dark room, but to get the dark room, I'm going to need both the circuit breaker room to turn the light on in the dark room, and I'm going to need to get my magnifying glass. I'm going to gamble and go for the dark room. This is going to be a real gamble. Because I don't know what I'm drafting. That worked terribly. So I've gone into the commissary in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 5, 4, I would expect to have the flowchart and the mining cart, and it's got the flowchart and the mining cart. I don't know what a salt shaker does. Key is 10 coins. I could buy a shovel, but I don't... Everything is terrifying. But this has been a dead end now. I could have re-rolled them. This is a real gamble. Yeah, this is a dead end. I've dead-ended. Like, I get all these steps, but I've dead-ended. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. In 5, 2, I've not been here before. So the artwork in here is the pilot and the orchard. Would we call that an orchard or a plant bed? So pilot and a plant bed. Resilient little fella. Was that trophy here before? But I've dead-ended, which is not good. So what I want to do is head back to the observatory, which does mean, which is 1, 2, so dark room, hallway. This has gone poorly. Then I want to go, not that way, I want to go back to the billiard room. From the drawing room I go straight ahead. I do have keys. May as well. Key to the secret garden. Finding it won't be easy. No kidding. Now you said there was a painting. Ah, here they are. So yes, and I wanted these to be the biplane. So this is 2-2, which was supposed to be the... Hang on. Rank 2, column 1, which is biplane and blueprint, which it is. So this is all holding true. Very well spotted, Butterfly. I go through security. I'll quickly check to see if there's anything I've missed. One trunk, which is fine because there was a trunk in, I think it was the den. Now, this is 2-3, which I can do. 2-3 I've not been to before. So rank 2, column 3. Is the bride and the bridge. Oh, wow. I think I see what's going on here. Bride and bridge, B-R-I-D-E, B-R-I-D-G-E. One letter difference. Now, if we were to look at, for example, deer, well, I don't know about the biplane, but if we look at, for example, the tree and the safety pin, Well, one of them could be pin and the tree could be pine. So the letter difference could be E. Pin and pine. Creme caramel and rolling hills. It could be desert and dessert. So the difference could be an R. The crowbar and the prying hands could be pry and pray. The difference could be one letter, A. The man in the boat and the raven could be row and crow. One letter difference, C. The deer and the dog tags. It's got a number 10 on it. So is it 10? Dear. So for this room, I think it's bride and bridge. So letter difference would be G. Bath and bat, the letter difference is H. Column 5, the mine car and the car would be cart and car. The letter difference would be T. So for example, as we're going across here, it would be GHT. So it would be light. So for this one, I'm wanting something like an I. Spiral stairs and the 4 stars. Stairs and stars. So the letter difference is an I. Blueprint and the biplane. Plane and print. So the biplane is a plane. And the blueprint. Plane, plan. So the letter difference is an E. Because it's plain. No, it's an N. It's night. P-L-A-N-E. P-L... Yeah, no, the letter difference is an E. Letter difference seems to be an E. So E... Oh, it's 8. E-I-G-H-T. So across here, we've got 8. E-I-G-H-T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the word across here is 8. Now this one was the creme caramel. I know you can't see them, unfortunately. But it was the creme caramel and the rolling hills, which I think is desert and dessert. So the letter difference... So if we call the creme caramel a dessert, D-E-S-E-R-T, or D-E-S-S-E-R-T, I think it is, and the rolling hills a desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, the letter difference would be an S. Crowbar and prying hands. Crowbar would be pry, and the praying hands would be pray, and the letter difference would be an A. I don't have column 3, but I do have column 3 because column 3 is the Queen of Diamonds and the Ace of Diamonds. How do I make that work? Queen and Ace don't share. I might have to see it next time. The tree and the safety pin. If the tree is a pine and the safety pin is a pin, then the letter difference is an E. And if it's a deer and a dog tag, I don't understand that one at all. So it's S-A something E something. But the man, if we look at rank 3, this one, that's not bad. So S-A-K-E doesn't really flow. I don't know. Deer and dog tag. And I know you can't see any of this because I'm not in the right room, but it was the bride and the bridge that gave it to me. I'm not sure about the deer and the dog tag. Now, if we go down to up to row 3, this one was the raven and the man in the boat. Now, if we call that row and crow, so if we call this one row and the one below it crow, the letter difference is C. Column 2, the high T plate and the tie would be T and tie. That doesn't work. Now the grandfather clock and the clock, that works. The letter difference there is a C. High T plate and the business tie. This must be the most boring stream, but this is the solving of the puzzle. The match and the tree, I'll bet that was fire and fur. So when in rank 4, column 4, in the billiard room, we had a hand holding a match, and then there was a tree, and I'll bet it was fire and fur, and the letter difference is an E. The rolling hills in the ampersand was desert, sand and sand, and. So the rolling hills in this case was still a desert, but this time we're using sand, and the ampersand is and, so the letter difference is a S. Queen of Diamonds and the old car. That one is card and car. Card and car. So the letter difference is a D. The overcoat and the cot bed is coat and cot. So the letter difference is coat to cot is an A. So DA something ES. So the theatre and the flower. The theatre and the flower. Hi, Dad. You're not my dad, and if you are my dad, this game just got way more spooky. Theatre and the flower. Now, if you remember, the theatre was the seating with the aisle down the middle and the stage and the curtains. So stage, maybe it's stage or theatre or play. What would the flower be? Because if you remember, it was like a holly. Play. I'm not sure. So the high tea platter, I'd need something else for it. Because in rank 5, column 3, where the dark room is, there is a tiger and a high tea platter. Now, I'm calling it high tea platter, but I've never had that work. Tiger, tier. Tiger and tier. So if it's tiger and tier, T-I-E-R, the letter difference is a G. The flowchart and the mining cart, the letter difference is a H. And then we've got the campsite and the dog tag, which is here. Hey, I'm trying to remember what your nick is. Blue. Blue something. I don't want to out your real name. The campsite and the dog tag. Hey, Kana. I've had a breakthrough, so the stream is doing nothing for ages. YouTube, I'm surprised YouTube isn't complaining. Blue-orange. So the campsite and the dog tag, it was a tent and a 10. So the campsite is definitely a tent. And the dog tag is a 10. I wonder... Man, I wonder if CTC are going to get this a lot faster than I do. The tent and the 10, so the letter difference is a T. So we've got another rank that's something GHT. The pilot and the plant bed, is it another E? I don't think so. It may not be a pilot, though it looks like a pilot. When we get back to it, I might talk about it again. So the overcoat, now rank 6, column 5, so up here, was an overcoat and cliffs, which I'm calling coat and coast. So I think it's coat and coast. If you remember the image, so the letter difference is an S. Paint and beer. Paint and pint. So in rank 7, column 3, we had the paint can with the paintbrush, and then there was a pint of beer. So it's paint and pint. So the letter difference is an A. Am I doing well with this? Like, is this making sense? Apparently they're going to be streaming this in a few days. So rank 8, column 2 was bat and boat. So the letter difference on this one is an O. And rank 9, column 2 was the plane and the lantern. Remember there was the lantern? For which one, Chip? I may not read it until my mods do and decide whether it's too much of a spoiler or not. This has been a huge breakthrough. Like, I've literally trapped myself in this session. Like the worst possible room draft I could possibly have, but I think this is a huge breakthrough. No, and it's the same. The high tea plate is tier. And the tie, so the letter difference is an R. I don't have column 3 or column 5 yet. So the tag is a 10. What would the deer be? I'm only reading messages from blue people, Chip. I'm not ignoring you until a mod says that I should read it. And I'm not picking on you, Chip. I just want them to give me an idea of whether it's too spoilery. If it's just an idea that is... I'm just going to read it. Beautiful. Stage sage. I love it. So where was the theatre and the flower? Theatre flower, theatre flower. I know I'm working on a different screen. This seems terrible, but theatre flower was rank 4, column 3. So it's literally in the hallway, but it was theatre, which we will call stage, and the flower, which we will call sage, and the letter difference, well done, Chip, is a T. And the word is dates, D-A-T-E-S. So this one we're calling plane, and this one we're calling plan. Oh, this is so clever. This is amazing. This is not your normal puzzle game. I wonder if this is the point where people's heads explode. The pilot and the plant bed. So it was the guy in the leather jacket with the scarf and the hat. And then there's the so pilot... He looks to me like a pilot. Pilot and plot. It's pilot and plot. So the letter difference is an I. IGHT again. So rank 5, column 1 is one I don't have. This is insane. So the theatre and the deer, if it's stage and stag. So the letter difference is an E. So the first rank, we've got S-A something E deer, which is stag. It's stag and tag. Stag for the deer, and the dog tag is a tag. So in one case, it's used as the 10 against 10, and the other one it's stag against stag, and the letter difference is an S. So in the first rank, we have S-A something E-S. Rank 2, we have E-I-G-H-T. Rank 3, we have C-R something C something. Rank 4, we have D-A-T-E-S. Rank 5, we have something I-G-H-T. Rank 6, we have something, something, something ES. Now, one of them we actually have, it's the hand reaching down and painting the earth and the plane and the biplane. So it was the hand down, reaching down, painting the earth. And I'm only remembering this from like 5 hours ago, but it's the hand reaching down, painting the earth, and it was the biplane. So, paint. Planet and plane? Planet and plane. So it's planet and plane, and the letter difference is a T. So it's something, something T-E-S. I don't have column 1 or column 2. I can't tell if this is the most boring stream ever or this is actually really exciting. And for rank 7, 8, and 9, I've got almost nothing. This is crazy. And I know I haven't moved on stream in like 20 minutes. But this is puzzle solving in a very different way. So getting all of these paintings and figuring out where they were was absolutely critical. This is insane. This is the only room I could go into here. I want to check the dark room back on. I don't know what those mean. And this room, which is 3-3, which I didn't have before, is now the... Oh, is that the fishing rod and... Is that train tracks? It's rod and road. So the letter difference is an A. So it's CRAC something. This is bonkers. I think it's Windows only at this point. But that's Rod and Road. Rodney Road. Rodney Rodney Road. So now if I can get back to the dark room, I can try and look at the artwork again. I still didn't get my magnifying glass, unfortunately. This is nuts. How beautiful is that as a puzzle? Particularly considering you definitely can't get it on one playthrough because not every room has art in it. So there you go. It's pray and pry, letter A. Now, we don't know what this one is. Ace. So, oh, spade and queen. So it's actually the ace of spades. So it's the ace of spades and the queen of diamonds. Is it ace and face? Yes, it's ace and... So, queen of diamonds is a face, and the ace of spades is an ace, because the letter is F, and that makes the word safes. Because as we read down, we're now getting something like dates, crack, 8 safes. So something, 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 something D-E-T, 8, something. So it's something, 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 dates, 8. Well, it's like 8 dates, crack, 8 safes. So there's dates somewhere, and the dates are the things that crack the safes. So this is telling us, we'll get a full translation which will tell us, but there's 8 safes and there's 8 dates, and the 8 dates are going to crack the 8 safes. Oh my Lord. So again, if we look at this, pine and pin. Bath and bat, that's the H. The next one, which was rank 3-4, which is the grandfather clock and the lock. For C. We now go into the billiard room, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Which is the match and the tree, and I'll bet you it's fire and fur. Is that what a fir tree looks like? But it matches with the word dates, so it has to be. This is the one Chip solved with stage and sage. And this room, which I had from the previous playthrough, which is 5-3, which is the tiger and the high tier platter, which is tiger and tier, so the difference is G for something IGHT. This is amazing. And unfortunately, I don't have my magnifying glass. On this playthrough, because I want to look at that. And that. I think the magnifying glass will come into play. Unless there happens to be a magnifying glass in this room. That's not a magnifying glass. These are weird. I don't know why. Everything is important in this game, but I don't know how to... I think I'm done on this playthrough. Like, I'm literally trapped in. I don't have a shovel. I haven't figured out what the broken lever is for. I've got a secret garden key, which I can't use. And car keys, which again, I can't use. So I think I'm calling it a day. Is that the same as this one? There's the plants. The window is in focus at the top, but not the bottom. This one's got a way more sharpness, but it's the same image, but being sharper rendered. Something is going on. I think I need my magnifying glass. So I need to get the dark room, the utility closet, and my magnifying glass in order to be able to see what's going on in this room and take all the notes. But what I should probably do is make a note which is dark room, and it has so with magnifier question mark, check tree, check letter being held, and check made photos. I mean, I'll check everything, but they're the things that I am mostly interested in. But I think I need to call it a day. There was a locked gate in the garden, and I imagine that hasn't changed. I mean, I can try and get out. It's not too hard to get out. So this will be the fountain. So if I can get the pump room again, this will be the fountain that I could set the pump to. So this is the gate that was locked and is still locked. That's the bridge that we see sometimes. This is locked. Okay, I have no idea how big this gets. But wasn't that puzzle just insane? It's not even telling you it's a puzzle. I've never played anything like this. Oh, you're thinking the secret garden key. Ah. Yeah. It's not offering me to use the key. But there was another gate this way. Remember there was like the Batman door? It's another door. But I'm not being offered to use the key here either. And this, I think, needs me to use the padlock. And the only codes I've got I think I need the magnifying glass on the tree to get the code to the padlock. I could be wrong about that. I think I'm going to call it a day here. What an insane day. So I'm going to mark just quickly. End of day 7 is going to be around 1:14 or 1:15. Okay. Call it a day. How insane was that? I did almost no exploration that day. It was like a little rustic inn, found almost nothing, but what a breakthrough. Oh, and I should, again, for stream reference, so there's a reference to what I explored, move my camera out of the way so that the map is visible. I don't want my camera there while I'm playing. I think that would be a terrible place for it. But for this is the place to put it. Wow. That, I think, was insane. What a puzzle that is. And I don't remember if someone said I should be tracking the art or anything, or if it was an idea I came up with. Like, I really don't know. But I'm going to take credit on realizing when I saw the bride and the bridge that there was a letter difference, and that worked for several of them. Now, I didn't solve all of them, but but wow, how insane is that? I'm going to put my camera back now. And I'm going to move on. And I'm going to continue. This game is bonkers. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 8. Let's try and bring my chat to the foreground. I mean, do people agree face and ace? It feels like face and ace to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the art positions. I'm going to put the word in here in the title, and then I'm going to collapse that. I'm going to collapse rank 2. I don't need to look at rank 2 anymore. Rank 3 I do. Rank 4 I've got all of it. So I'm going to put the word in there. And I'm going to collapse rank 4. Rank 5 I don't have all of. So I'm trying to make it so it's easier for me to see everything. Okay. I hope people are enjoying this as much as I am. This is great. Okay, remember how I said very early on, I don't understand why people call this the game of the year? I'm starting to get it, because I imagine this is only the first of many of this sort of puzzle in this game. Ooh, I could get my magnifying glass. I'm going to go straight in and get my magnifying glass. And again, rank 1 for, pine and pin, which gives me the E in position 4. So N, F and E. How cool is this? I think I'm just going to get a couple of items. A reroll and a key. And again, it's got the... Yeah, it's the pray and pry, which was the A. Just confirming that this is the same. It's the... Yeah, crowbar and the praying hands. It's the same. And when I go into this room, which is rank 2 middle, I'm expecting it to be the bridge, the bride and the bridge, which will be 8. I'm going to take the den. Bridge, bride. Bam. So I only need to worry about the art for new rooms now. Oh my God. Sorry, this feels like a huge win. If that's all I pull off this session, I'm still going to consider this a huge win. Spare room. I'll save the corridor for later. And I don't need the art in here, so we're good. The parlor is going to potentially... Don't have any money. I'm going to be really bad and I'm going to re-roll. Ooh, this is bad. I'm going to take the commissary just so that it's facing the right direction. And this is car and cart, which is the T. And I'm just confirming it's the same thing. I'm pretty certain it is. Mine, car, and the cart. Yep, this is the T. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's going to be nothing here. But this I wanted. S-W-A-N, Swan Song. The password is Swan Song. Ha! And there was a clue, with, without. The cart, car. There was a clue here and I missed it. And this is a lie. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. I don't have the gem. Arrgh! I'm going to have to dead end this. I'm going to check the lavatory so I don't get it later. So, I don't have rank 3 column 5. So this is... I would have said that was mountain and P. But pod, peas and peaks. Or P and peak. So I'm going to call that peak. And the letter difference is a K. So it is C-R-A-C-K. And rank 3 is crack. And I've now got it. So, rank 1 is safes, rank 2 is 8, rank 3 is crack, rank 4 is dates. So this is holding true. There is nothing in here of use. I love the art style. So I need to go back to the den and pray I don't dead end. Like, this could be the shortest day ever. So the den, I'm still wanting to confirm this, is going to be in 2-2. So I'm expecting spiral stairs and 4 stars. The drawing room? Parlour's probably better. Spiral stairs and 4 stars. Now I'm assuming... So I got my magnifying glass and it's not going to do anything. Because maybe it will. Okay. The white box does not have a statement. True. This is saying true. This is saying nothing. The gems are in a box with a statement. Oh God, this is getting harder. So, hang on a minute. This isn't saying anything, so it's not lying or telling the truth. The gems are in a box with a statement. It must be lying. Because one box must always be telling you the truth. You want me to go back to the commissary? I can do that. White box does not have a statement. True. This one must be lying. The gems are in a box with a statement. So this is where the gems must be. So you want me to go back to the commissary? I need to find the dark room, and I also need to find... So in order to do that, I would need to find the dark room. So I need to draft the dark room. I also need to draft the utility closet so I can turn the light on in the dark room. I'll spend the steps. Let's go back to the commissary, like Keith suggested. Dirigibles? No, dirigiblocks? D-I-R-I-G-I-B-L-O-C-K-S. Dirigiblocks. So let's mark this in. So this is in the commissary. I think. Arcade machine name is D-I-R-I-G-I-B-L-O-C-K-S. I'm not sure that was worth it. But, particularly considering steps are a limited resource and I'm not getting new ones, it was. I mean, I've still got 32 steps and I've only got one exit, so this could end very quickly. I mean, the reading nook won't dead end me. I'm going to go to the reading nook because after the reading nook, I'm going to get the library and I think that will be okay. So in the reading nook, which was position 3-2, I was expecting high tea plate and tie. High tea plate, tie. Tier and tie. This does get me a key. Is there anything else in here? Not that I'm seeing. What an insane puzzle that was. Does the library... No, the library dead ends me. They all dead end me. They're all going to end the run. So I'm going to the library. Now, it was fine because I've dead ended the run. But because I've come to the library again... I get the drafting strategy book. This is a long book. The potential within. We all start as an empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, actually, before I do this, reading of drafting strategy is at about 1:30. Okay, so the potential within. So this is chapter 1. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I craft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems, gems, gems. Every architect needs them. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house designs, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources they need when opening a new door. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set yourself up for success. Reader-submitted gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room before you are in before clicking the door. I do this way too much. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I try to only spend them if I really, really need a room. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. I've already started thinking about that one. It has a simple strat that has served me well. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out. Don't pass up wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. There is no such thing as too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem. Planning your house. Estate layout and drafting. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind in the entrance hall and rooms of the early ranks. I'd already started figuring this out for myself because you don't need keys and they're cheaper. When these architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks to draft from the doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference if they had only been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you are leaving lots of unopened doors in the ranks behind you. Okay. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further into the house. This is going to be insane. Top drafting combos. 5 combos you won't want to miss. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft cloister before terrace, you will be down 3 gems. But if you draft them in reverse order, cloister would be free. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chance of success. Other floor plan combos. A foyer drafted before Great Hall would mean that all of its many doors would be unlocked. Ooh. I haven't seen foyer yet. Drafting bunk room after nursery will give you 10 extra steps because it counts 2 separate bedroom triggers. I've already figured that one. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread from the office if you have to draft a conference room. I've already figured that one out. The more items you have, the greater your chance of being able to create a contraption in the workshop. I haven't even seen the workshop. Making a connection. Two-pair combos aren't the only form of synergy. You will find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but they become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but it can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in your house. Powers garage door and grants west path access. Turns lights back on after blowing a fuse, and gymnasium turns lights off to prevent step loss. Okay. Other examples of connectivity. Her ladyship's chamber. Haven't seen it yet. One of her more simple examples, her ladyship's chamber has synergy with Lady Epson's other two rooms, her boudoir and her walk-in closet. Next time you enter boudoir, gain 10 steps. Next time you enter the walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. The boiler room connects ducts from room to run steam power to specific designations in the house. Laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room all have uses for steam power. Speaking of pump room, this room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate and can interact directly with pool, aquarium, greenhouse, kitchen, and several other features located outside the main house. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms that will make the meal even more delicious. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by master bedroom, the amount of gold spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in servants' quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in billiard room, I'm going to want to read this again later, but I've got it recorded. Each time you solve a puzzle in billiard room or parlour, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft that room. Oh. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that will be the case the next time you draft it. The day after drafting freezer, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it's smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there is a very good chance you will find a piece of information down the road which may help. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. Even if you do not think the rooms seem very useful, they may still hold useful clues and information that may help you on your journey. Word from the editor. Although with this volume we have provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there is truly no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favourite room, each builder has his own favourite tool, and thus each player in turn will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world, or keep to themselves. Shh, it's a secret. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck drafting and hope you build the house of your dreams. Wow! That was insane. And I'm completely locked in. Total time, I've played 7 hours. Rod and Road. This is, 3. Yeah. Hang on. This is 3-3, which I had done. I think I did this last time, and it was the storeroom. First item checked was the magnifying glass. I might want to put that back if I've got the steps. I should be able to get back to the coat check, shouldn't I? So this day went badly. Oh, it's showing me that the stream's not working. This may do an interruption, but I need to give this a try. Because it says that YouTube's not getting data. Okay, that might be working. Okay, yep, that's working. Okay, I just had to reload my stream control panel. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it a day here. So this day did not go great. Like, that's almost no rooms. So I want to unlock my camera. And move it out of the way. So I didn't get too far, only 11 rooms. It was just a snug little cottage. I only found one item, which was probably my magnifying glass. But I found the password in the commissary, which was good. So this one didn't go great, and I got the book. Oh, I didn't note the start of day 8. Oh, end of day 7 I noted. So end of day 8 is approximately 1:43:32, and the stream is not working again. I'm not getting time progressing. My stream is saying that it's not progressing. Anyway, I'm going to put my camera back. And lock it. I'm actually going to AFK for a bit and take a quick bio break. And I will be back in a minute or two. What an insane game. Okay. Save and continue. Day 9. I'm not even sure what I should be looking for at this point. Like, I'm 8 hours into the game, and I'm still not sure what I'm looking for. Bedroom, which would give me a couple of steps. Pantry would give me some coins. Let's go for the pantry. Pine pin. Yep, that's all holding true. I don't think... Why is there an E missing from coffee? I imagine that's actually going to be important at some point. Like, I really do suspect that's going to be important at some point. I don't want a dead end at this point. I'm gonna take the hallway, which will give me a key, which is on this table. I am going to go this way and see if I can get anything in these. So the billiard room is going to dead end me into a corner. I think I'm actually going to take the den and take a gem. Oh, there's a trunk here as well, but I cannot open it without using a key. Do I want to gamble on the key? I think I do. That's a lot of gems. I was hoping for a key in there as well. No, I think there was the art in this location, which was the plan, had the E in that location. And I think that was the hint, because it was plan and it had an E in it. And the hint was the plane and the plan. So it was trying to tell me that that room meant E. So that was a clue to the letter difference. But I didn't register it until I saw bride and bridge. So there was actually a clue on the piece of art in that room. And the stream is still not working for me correctly on my tracker, but as long as it's working for other people, I'm good with that. The parlor, the utility closet. So if I use the... no, I'm going to take the utility closet because it's a dead end. So I can go in here. And in case I find it, Wait, what? The dark room was already on? Oh, the fuse will blow when I go into the dark room and I'll be able to come back. Blast. You can't do it in advance. But I can turn off the lights in the gymnasium. I can turn on the garage. Okay. No, yeah, that was a clue to the puzzle. It took me another 4 hours to solve. Now, if I go into the laboratory... I don't have the steam room yet. But it's got a terminal in it. I've unlocked this code. It's push 3 up after 9. When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, immediately set your dice to 2. What the heck does that mean? What does that mean? I don't have a dice. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to the network this month except for Simon. If you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. So the question is date formats. So I'm going to make a note about dates. So laboratory dates. So 07 of November. The question is that actually 11/7 or is it 7/11? Ooh. What's a brass compass? Electronic mail. Positions determined to do not access an electronic mail account. Currently, the feature can only be accessed from the office. What? Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of board's members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Okay. East wing. Very right of the house. Entry. Certain rooms have the effect that it only triggered upon physically entering the room. Bedroom, chapel, gymnasium. The estate refers to all the explorable areas of Mount Holly, including the rooms currently drafted as well as the grounds. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms. Okay. Experiment. From the terminal located in the laboratory, scientists and technicians create experimental house features by selecting a trigger and an effect. The life of every room begins as a floor plan, a square paper sketch drawn by an architect from a pool of potential ideas of the draft pool. Yep. Green room. Grounds. The outdoor area of the estate immediately surrounding the house. The grounds include many areas of interest, including the campsite, apple orchard, and west path. Orange floor plans known as hallways are rooms that often contain many doors. They provide architects the means to branch into different paths, allowing for greater flexibility. The house refers to the 45 floor plan grid of Mount Holly. History. As an architect, you may wish to view previous layouts and room configurations from the days. Can be accessed from the system menu, inventory. Yeah, okay, yep. Items. Special items as well as resource items, keys, gems, gold, etc. As per the rules laid forth of your great uncle's will, you must be leaving them behind. Keys, they open doors. There are also some special keys which can unlock special doors or rooms that only appear specific locations in the house. Okay. Keycard door. Electronic powered doors of reinforced steel that can only be accessed via a keycard. Locked. You'll need a key. Yep, luck. We all need a bit of it. Luck determines the likelihood that you'll find additional items in rooms in your estate. Luck can be raised by certain items and rooms marked with their floor plan by a clover. These rooms are often heavy in mechanics and contain control systems that can interact with other elements in the estate. Network, each terminal, local network claim Blackbridge. Permanent? Most things on the estate reset from one day to the next. It is nature, however. However, a few things are permanent and are usually marked as such. Permanent changes do not reset each day. The estate's boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms of the house. Steam power is conveyed room to room via ducts run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. Rank, so they move up. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can often be overheard. Rarity. How often a floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. There are 4 rarities: commonplace, normal, uncommon, and rare. Some rooms and items allow you to throw back the first 3 options. Red room. Beware rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options but at a more dangerous cost. Each morning the house resets, right? Electronic powered doors of reinforced steel can only be accessed via a keycard, are considered security locked. These doors appear with more frequency, higher rank. Shop. Floor plans adored by borders of gold and yellow are shops that typically offer goods or services in exchange for coins. Special floor plan. These floor plans are slightly more rare and cost gems to draft. Right, yep. Special item. Yep. Spread. When a spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active on the estate. The more rooms in your house, the larger the spread. Stars. There are several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. The easiest method, of course, is drafting observatories. Each additional star creates new formations of constellations, which in turn provide beneficial effects. Terminal. Yep, I'm on one. Tomorrow. Rooms that provide benefits in the future belong to a special category of floor plans. Tomorrow rooms. They are marked with a clock symbol. Trunk. Small wooden chests often found in rooms, always locked, usually containing a few items of interest. Upgrade. There are a number of data disks that can be found on the estate that contain potential room upgrades that were planned but never executed by the Baron. West Path. Charming path that winds through the wooded areas that run alongside the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. West wing, rooms at the very left of the house. Cool. Well, that's why I wanted the terminal. This game is bonkers. So the entrance hall is permanent. So it's the spare room is commonplace. The parlor is commonplace and has a puzzle. The billiard room is commonplace. The closet is commonplace. The walk-in closet is standard. The storeroom is commonplace. The reading nook is commonplace. The locker room is rare. The den is commonplace. The wine cellar is unusual. The pantry is commonplace. The rumpus room is standard. Drawing room is common. That makes sense. Library is unusual. The pool is standard. Utility closet is standard. Boiler room is unusual. Pump room is unusual. Mechanical blueprint addition. Security is standard. Laboratory is standard. Sauna is unusual. Coat check is standard. Dining room is standard. Observatory is standard. Conference room is unusual. Aquarium is unusual. Counts as everything. Antechamber is the objective, and room 46, we don't know. Bedrooms, commonplace, standard, the boudoir is standard, commonplace for the guest bedroom. Nursery is commonplace. Type drafting. Oh, it has a drafting bonus, but it's a dead end. And the bunk room is a double dead end. It's a bedroom, dead end, dead end. Hallways. This has been upgraded, but it has West Wing Hall, East Wing Hall, corridor, passageway is commonplace but is expensive. The secret passage is unusual, and the Great Hall is unusual. Green rooms. The terrace is standard. The patio is standard and does a spread. The courtyard is standard. The cloister is unusual. This is the one I want the most. The veranda is unusual. And the morning room is rare. Shops, we've got the commissary, which is standard, and the kitchen, which is commonplace. Red rooms. So the lavatory is just a dead end. The chapel is common and has an entry effect. The archives is unusual. The gymnasium is just has an entry effect. The dark room, the weight room, which is rare, which is good, and the furnace, which is rare. Okay. I know I've been in this room a long time, but I'm trying to familiarize myself with everything to get an understanding of what the hell is going on. For people who are a fan of the puzzle game where you were interacting with the boxes and stuff, I've got another game that's similar to that I'm going to be doing after this. Okay, so I don't want the commissary, it'll dead end. The bedroom will not. The spare room will not. I think I'm going to take this bedroom because I can always loop back to get to this. So I'm going to take the bedroom. And it's the clock and the lock. Yeah. So this is 3, 4. Yeah. And the difference is C, which works for, I'm just confirming this was the same. 3, 4 was the clock and the lock. Yeah, this is all holding true. Ah, sleep mask. First time you enter each bedroom, gain 5. So let's go north. So this will take me to rank 4, which I've also done all of. I've got a little bit of money. I want the corridor later. I might do the commissary, which I don't need. And then hope that... crap. That did not work. So I've got to go all the way back to the hallway. Now, the storeroom is bad, the billiard room is bad, the observatory allows me to move on. So it's the observatory I'm taking, even though it's going to cost me a gem because I don't want a dead end again. Now my stars have gone up to 7. I'm aware you can't see them, so I'm telling everyone. My stars have gone up to 7. I've got to put my camera somewhere. Apples are extra delicious today. And again, this is 3-3, which is a G because it's the difference between bridge and bride. Security, storeroom, or walk-in closet. I don't want a dead end here. So it's going to be security, even... Oh, this is terrible. Give me an upgrade disc or something, please. And this is Rod and Road, which is 3-3. Hang on. Yeah, which is A. That's correct. Is there anything I've left behind? A trunk. Oh, there was a trunk at the exit hall. Of course there was. I may have to go back there at some point. Let's hope the reading nook isn't going to dead end me. So reading nook it is. Maybe I should be tracking chess pieces as well. And this has got the stage and the sage. So this is going to... I've done all of rank 4. So the next one is going to result in an A difference. Oh, crap! This is going to dead end me if I do this. Although I'll get a key and could go back through the commissary. But I'm not getting enough keys. I might do the library and hope. Because this way... there's a key. I can order another book. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington, Swimbird, The Fixed Stars, History... I might go for the pump system user manual. So the next time I'm here, I'll get the pump system user manual. And this was Cot and Coat, which has a difference of A, which is what I would expect for rank 4, yep. The Foundation. A 4-way room here is not terrible. I mean, there's a better place for it, but I'll take it. Cornerstone of the house, unvarying and unchanging, the foundation is one of the only constants in the estate which you can truly rely. This natural cavity was hollowed directly out of the mountain itself, with its stone and earth walls displaying underlying coarseness that the rest of the mansion conceals. I probably should have put it further north, so I've probably made a mistake. But... especially... as it wasn't a 4-way room. I thought it was. That may have been a mistake. This is going terribly again. I'm going to draft the billiard room for the gems and then go all the way back to the commissary, I think. This is not going well. 12. 9 minus 7 is 2, times 10 is 20. 20 minus 15 is 5, times 3 is 15. Divided by 15 is 1. 12 plus 4 is 16. Minus 5 is 11, times 2 is 22. Divided by 11 is 2. And I get the silver key. I feel like I'm doing badly. I thought the foundation was a 4-way room. I think I've made a terrible mistake. It's gamble time. Parlor. Or courtyard. I'm going to try the courtyard. Hope I find something. I found the shovel. Now, I think I found dirt somewhere else as well, but I can't remember where. That may have been on a previous day. No, there was dirt in the foundation. The dining room is a good choice. The aquarium is a good choice, but I can't. The chapel, I'm just going to go dining room. And this is where I may run out of options. Unless I find a key or something. Let's try and go this way. I'm in rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rank 5, column 5. It's column 1 I don't have here. And rank 6, it's column 1 and column 2 I don't have. Drawing room. I can't afford, so let's go for the parlor. This is just going to keep getting harder. But I need the gems. The statement on the white box is true. Statement with the words white are always true. So it's saying both of those are true. The gems are in the white box. Well, they can't all be true. So the statement on the white box is not true. That is not true. That must be true. The gems must be in the white box. This is tricky! I need the drawing room or I dead end. And pray for a key. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. According to my note, 6, 4 is the theatre and the deer, which it is. So stage and stag. And I'm not seeing any keys, so I may be trapped. Except I could go back to the entrance hall and have checked the thing there, except I don't have keys to open the... Except, oh, there was a way out here. We'll try and go north. Oh, I can. And I can use the corridor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. Which I've not done before. So the artwork here is a fan. So this is day 9. So it's a creme caramel and a fan. So what is it? So what is it? What else could it be but fan? What else could it be? Sea of blue orange. What else could it be? So it's a hand fan as well. So it's a hand fan. So is it a flan? Like, that's a really weird word. And I haven't heard that used in a very long time. I'm going to look that one up. A baked dish consisting of open-top pastry cakes with savoury or sweet filling. It's fan and flan, isn't it? So the letter difference would be an L. I'm going to call it flan and fan for now. And I'm going to keep going north, which will take me into rank 8, column 4. Looking for anything that's going to help me here. The storeroom will dead end me. I've never been to the office before, but I need 2 gems. Arrgh! So I storeroom and dead end, and then go back to the drawing room and hope. I've got 1 key. I don't want to use it on the chest, even though I'd really like to. So 8-4 is crow and crown. So the letter difference is an N. But now I can go back to the drawing room and open this door, use my key. There's the dark room, but I don't have the magnifying glass. So if I do the patio, that will work, except for the fact that I'm completely and utterly gambling. I could darkroom and gamble that I can move north again. Because the patio's not going to show me artwork. And no, I've got 6-5. No, I don't have 7. No, I don't have 7-5. So if I pick the nursery, I will get art that I didn't have, but I'm not in a race for that. The dark room is a gamble that if I can open the north door, which is very unlikely, that I might be able to get my magnifying glass, but it's a gut shot. Let's go for it. Use blows. No. What I do is I've got steps. Is I fix the dark room. Then I go back to the entrance hall and see... Do I draw the office? Because I've never had it before, and then go back to the dark room and gamble. You know what? I think I do. Now this has got pray and pry, I knew that. Can I use the upgrade disc here? Let's exit out of this. Upgrade the nursery to what? Indoor nursery? Whenever I draft another green room, 2 gems will sprout in this room. I think I want that one, thank you. Run payroll. I don't think I need to do that. Spread gold in the estate. Is this the same? What? You have not left me any instructions for the following week. So the office started... I don't have a timestamp. So this is day... So you've not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me. Is the stream still working? I hope it is. but I'm not getting a timestamp for it. I think it's about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Either through Hartley, who is valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. Gabe, yes, this is the correct functionality. Also, out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is off, blue, green, white, red, purple. So this is for... So I'm going to put office... and fuse order, or fuse box order, fuse box order is off, blue. Hang on, how do you get blue? I've only ever seen green and red. Green, white, red, purple. How? Dear Herbert, just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized. If your premonition, God forbid, should bear fruit, rest assured your plans will be executed down to the last detail. The VAC indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. So, can only get white after all 6 have been synced to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, let us know and we'll fix it in your regular service next week. Wow. The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. So the lever is for the greenhouse. I don't think there is enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives. So just make sure that the west and east levers are operational. Hang on. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of... Books being asked for. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major, all titles in red except March of the Count. I had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be Hearings or Herrings. Might be Hearings of the Major. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. What does this do? There is a safe. Now, the safe combination I got, 1213, was the thing in the wine cellar. That did not do anything. The one we know it's not is 9083. But there's 8 saves, and we know it's 8 dates. So is it a date from this room? And this is the office she was definitely sitting at, because you can see the... And the photo was taken from over here. Photo was taken from about this angle. This is bonkers. First of November or 7th of October? Maybe? The problem is, what date format? And the other date I got was Seventh of November. I don't know. Of course it's locked. But maybe now... How hard is it to get to the foundation? Not too bad. Yeah, I don't know whether it's after a 4-digit code or... Oh, it's actually terrible to get to the foundation. So this may have been a mistake. Pebbles, not even worth picking up. Coins. Great. I think I'm going to run out of energy. Yeah, I can't get back there in time. Oh, I should have been looking for the coins that were distributed throughout the house. Too late now. I don't have my magnifying glass. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6, 5. Which is Overcoat and Cliffs, which is what I expected. Get a gem, but what I need is a key, I expected. I've gotten here again without my magnifying glass. Oh, it's not locked. I've never been to the laundry room before, and I'm about to run out of steps. There is art in here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, which I've never been to before. And the artwork is plain and window? So to be plain and pane. So the letter difference is an L. So it's something something ALL. So where's this? This service costs 5 and will exchange all of your keys with all of your gems. This service costs 5 and will exchange all of your gems with all of your coins. This service costs 10 and will exchange all of your keys with all of your coins. This has not helped me. But I now know what the laundry service does. And I don't have enough to get the keys I need. If I had more coins, so if I'd been looking for coins, I could possibly have got another key. If I'd actually remembered to look for coins as I ran through the house. Although I've got nowhere to use a key. I've dead-ended myself. So at this point, it's late at night. I mean, it's a Saturday night, but it's 11 o'clock, and to be perfectly honest, I'm quite tired. So I think I am going to call this. Yeah, it's the same. So I am going to call it a day, which means grabbing my camera and putting it there. So we got 24 rooms. We got 3 new rooms. We reached rank 8, took 70 steps and found 4 items. This was insane, and we definitely cracked a couple of major codes on this one. So there's a lot more to do. I'm going to be very, very interested to see how, once I finish the game, I'm not going to watch other people play this. I'm not going to look at any videos or look at anything about this until I'm comfortable I am done. And that's going to take a long time. I've heard one person say that they spend over 100 hours playing just the demo of this game. I watched a spoiler-free review, and they said that they got the demo of this game and they played that for over 100 hours. So it's going to be amazing to see how deep I'm going to get into this game now that this is the full game, which they've said has a lot more depth in it. This is going to be fascinating. So, save and quit. I'll put my camera back where it belongs. This is insane. I'm loving this game. This game is growing on me in big ways. Thank you everyone for watching. There were a lot of people who were in chat who didn't say anything. I'm very, very curious to what the comments are going to be. Once again, I will ask my moderators. Feel free to comment yourselves and everything, but if you do see anything that is obviously a spoiler, please feel free to blow it away. This game is insane. This game is absolutely crazy. I am adding my videos of this to a Bremster Plays Puzzle Games playlist over on Bremster Puzzles. And I'm posting when I play this as a community post over on Bremster Puzzles, but the main post I'm keeping over there is the link to the playlist for this and to the first video, which will then link to everything. This is nuts. I'm absolutely loving it though. This is such a good game. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. And as always, good luck finding the rooms you need in your life. This is crazy. I will probably play more of this tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye.